Hello everyone, it's PyGuru this side, and today in this tutorial we are going to learn about how can we take over any account by using OTP bypass. So in this particular video, what I want to do is I want to log in to a website here, the website, my target website, and I want to log in to some person's email whose password I don't know. So let's see how can we do this. The first thing is I'll try to open this website and the login is. Here I already know the password. Let's say this is someone else's email and I want to log into this particular account, but I don't know the password. So what I'll do is I'll simply click on the forward password. Okay. Now here it says me to enter my email and it will send me a email there. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll simply enter my this temporary email and I'll send the OTP. Click on send OTP. Now what it will do, it send the OTP. Okay, so it says check your like inbox and we'll get the OTP. Now here let me show few things. It says a message with the verification code has been sent to your email. We have to enter that OTP to continue. The OTP will be valid for 30 minutes. So here we have a time limit. This OTP will be valid for 30 minutes only. If you're thinking about forcing it, that there's maybe a problem because it may take longer than that. So also, this is 6-digit OTP. We learned in the previous tutorial that if the number of digits in the OTP are 4, the total combination will be 10,000. For 5-digit OTPs, it will be 100,000, and for 6-digit OTPs, it will be 1 million combinations. So, if you are able to generate 1 million combinations in 60 seconds, that's in 30 minutes, that's good. Now, what I'll do is I'll inspect and I'll go to the network. Okay, because we'll check. Let's say if I enter 1356 as my OTP, and if I'm lucky enough, this website will send a request to the server. So if I click on the verify, we'll say nothing was sent to the server. It's empty. So here there's something that was not in the previous tutorials. In the previous tutorials, when we were entering the OTP, the website was sending the OTP to the server or the backend, and backend was validating whether the OTP is correct or not. Here we can see that there's nothing like that. If I try this again and click on verify, you'll see it says me wrong OTP, but we are not seeing any request being sent to the server. So what does this mean? That the server is sending the OTP to the website, and this OTP is saving that particular this website is saving that OTP somewhere at this website. So we have to find out that OTP. I think so. We'll now use our Burp Suite. So let's get started. That's it. So here again, I'm on the login page. I'll click on the forget password. I'll enter my BN. Okay, so I'll enter this and I'll turn on the intercept here. Actually, you don't need the Burp Suite, but I'm just using it to show you. Okay, what I'll do is I'll click on send OTP. So here there's a post request. This is option, so we'll forward it. Now see, here is the post request. So what I'll do is first of all I'll intercept. So respond to this request. Let's see if there's any payload or not. So here my email is getting sent to the server, and if I forward it, and see this is the response of this request. And if I just close it, so you can see it says message success. This is my email, and this is a pin code here. You can see this is the OTP. Actually, this website is sending me OTP rather than us sending OTP to the server. The server is sending an OTP to us, which is stored in the variable pin code. Okay, but this is encrypted. Usually we see a 6-digit OTP. Here it's encrypted. And let's say I have no idea what this OTP is or what kind of encryption it is using. So what I'll do is I'll simply go to ChatGPT. I'll ask it what kind of encryption is this, and is the encryption. Okay. Now it says me the string provided appears to be a Bcrypt hash. Bcrypt is a password hashing algorithm that is widely blah blah blah. Okay. So it says making it resistant to the brute force attacks. This entire string is not random. It has some parts. Okay. So let's see $$2 here. It means specify the Bcrypt algorithm version. In this case, it's 2B, which is common version of Bcrypt. Okay. Now let's say we have no idea of what Bcrypt is actually. Next part, which is this $12. This is the cost factor, also called work factor, indicating how computationally expensive the hash is. A higher number makes the hashing process slower and more secure against brute force attacks. Here is the cost factor, is 12. The remaining part of the string is the salt and the hash password. So from here till here, the part is salt and hash password. So basically, salt is some random string which you append to the OTP or anything which makes it more difficult to crack. Okay. The main problem it says is it's resistant to brute force attacks, so will not be able to brute force it. But now you can see this is a problem. However, there's a good, sorry, there's a plus point also. Like if we are not able to brute force it, it means this website will also be not be able to brute force it. So it means whenever we enter the OTP here, it first converts that OTP to Bcrypt, okay, and then compares it whether it's valid or not. So what we'll do, we'll simply forward it, okay. Now let's just turn out intercept. Now the next thing is what I want to do is, let's say I have knowledge of Python, no programming language. So what I'll do is I'll ask ChatGPT to write me a Python program to as the given OTP in using script. Okay, so I asked it to write me a Python program to has any OTP. Okay, so it says it has created the function like this. Okay, I will need this function, and before that, what I want to do is I want to show you a few things. Let's say if we can know the function which is actually converting this OTP to hash. Okay, so what we can do is we'll try to find if there is any function attached to it. So right click on the verify button, click on the inspect, and here it says button class. You can see there's no ID here and there's no function attached to it. If there's any function like on click, there's no static function. If any function is written with the on click, we can know that function is before, but here's nothing is written. So we have to find out what dynamic function is attached to it. Now there's a ways we can do this. First of all, see we enter two OTPs 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 4 5 6 7 8 9. It's printing here before conversion. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to find out if any function is attached to it. So I'll go back to elements. Okay, and if I just scroll down here in the styles computed, there are event listeners. We can check if any event is attached to this particular button. So we know a button has a function attached to it when we click on it. So if I click on this clip, you can see there are a few things, and here in the end button.bcrypt, which is actually getting highlighted here. You can see there's a, if I just maximize it, you can see use capture false, passive false, once false, and there's a function handler PA. PA function is attached to it. Whenever I click on the verify, this function will be called. So if I can know the definition of this function, we can actually try to decrypt it. So what you can do is you can go to the sources. This is JavaScript function. So we'll go to the sources, and we get give me this increased a little. You can see there's a verify file here. So it's empty, so no uses to us. And let me just minimize it. We don't need. In the assets, you can see there are more JavaScript, two more JavaScript files, index and vendor. So the index in the index file will try to find the PA function. Okay, so here it says there is only one occurrence which is attached to something in P. I guess this was the same function, and PA function is attached to it. There's just no definition of it. Okay, so I'll try to search in the second one file vendor. If I search for the PA, there's one more function. Here is the definition for it. So you can see if you try to read it out, you will find that this function is not helpful for us. So what else we can do? We'll go to the index back and we'll search for OTP. OTP is written anywhere. Okay, so I'll start by searching OTP. Here it says password OTP verified of movie to us. We will send you an OTP to reset movies password _ OTP. Here there's a code thing which you can see. It says, if I click on the forget password, if you try to read this function, if you have no idea of JavaScript, just copy this function, paste it ChatGPT, and ask what this function means. So it will explain you like one by one. Basically, what's happening here is whenever we click on forget password, post request is made API/forget password, where we saw the same. Okay. So it does few things. In the terms you can see, I have already forwarded it. Actually, otherwise I have shown to it. In the response, we were getting the user email and the password OTP. Okay. So what it does, whenever you click on the forget password, it will redirect you to this particular page, forget password/verify. We are currently on this page, and it does three more things. In the response, we are getting an email, so it is storing that email in a variable called forget email. Now this is being sent to a cookies, okay, or session. We don't know. We'll just check where it is. Okay. Then it is saving the encrypted password that we got from the Bcrypt algorithm. It's saving it a variable called password OTP, and it is also saving another variable expires. Okay. So we'll just check if it is available anywhere in our cookies or session. So how can you check it? You can go to the application, and in the cookies, yes, you can see there are three variables: expire, forgot password, forgot email, and password OTP. So currently it says the OTP will be valid for 30 minutes. Now let's say if you want to brute force it, what you can do, you can just increase the time limit. Currently it is set on 13/10/24, which is today's date, and it is some time, let's say 30 minutes time. What you can do, you can just change the value here. If we just change it to 30, now you have 17 days to crack this password. Okay. Forgot email is my email ID, and then the password OTP. This is the email, the encrypted. Let me just show you where I put it. Yes. So when we were using Burp Suite, you saw that we are getting something like this. So it is storing a value in cookies. This is your original OTP, but it is encrypted. Now what we have to do is we have to decrypt it. So if I go to the ChatGPT, here I have written asked it to write me a function to do the same. So here it says question for Bcrypt, then copy paste this code. Copy code, and I'll just paste it in a file here, and let's install. So it's already installed on my system. Here it says import Bcrypt, and this is a function. It takes a OTP in string format, first decodes it to UTF-8, and then generates a salt. Bcrypt.gen salt rounds 12. Now, how can we know if how many rounds the encrypted password is? Because this may be may be specific to the coder or the developer. He might have set any value to it, like 6, 4, 6, 5, 7, 8, okay, like anything. So how can we find it? Actually, it's very easy. What we can do, if we just scroll up in the previous, we said what kind of encryption is this? It told me that the cost factor, the second part of the dollar, here 12. This is the cost factor. So this is same as sort. The cost factor also the work factor indicates how computationally extensive the hash is. So we successfully found out that the number of rounds is 12. Okay. Then it will convert to hash OTP and return this to us. So let's see if our OTP is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see what kind of event. I'll just run this program, test.py, and see here it says the original OTP is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the voice has OTP is this. So this looks similar to what we have here. This might be different, but kind of looks similar. Now let's move further in the sources section, and let's see what else is available here. Where is the function which is actually comparing it? So we'll try to find out OTP. But here you can see there's more in written code. First of all, const o.bind. So what it will find a combine all the 6 and store it in a variable name. Then it will console.log it, So we were able to see that we are getting this on the console 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was the OTP that we entered. So now it checks if the key variable is empty, then it will please enter the OTP. So if I click verify, it says please enter the OTP. Now A and A dot length, it means there are some digits in A and the length of A is less than 6. Then it will say please enter our digits. Let's say if I type 1 and 2 and click on verify, which will say please enter all the digits. Now here it has a function being called which is compare, and it takes and values, 4 values you can see. A, which is original our OTP that we are entering, as dot get password OTP. It is taking value of password OTP from here. Then there are 2 more positions, A and B. This is something that I don't know what it is, but in total there are 4 arguments being passed to the comparisons. Now we will have to find out the definition of compare. So let's find out where is compare. So you can see there are 2 occurrences of compare. Compare the website, which is of more use to us, and compare here. So there is only one occurrence of compare here. Basically, it is getting. So we'll try to find out into vanilla file. In the vanilla file, you can just search Bcrypt to validate if it actually Bcrypt or not. So you can see, yes, it's Bcrypt. They are importing it and converting it. But what we're searching for, we're searching for compare. So you can see there are total 23 occurrences of compare. We'll try to search one by one. The first compare is here, void 0 and then equal to T, and like this. Now here it's a function compare sim. See, this is a function, but it takes 2 arguments on the E and N. So it's of no use to us. But let's move ahead of this function. There's one more function, T dot compare, and it takes 4 arguments. So this is a function of interest to us. It takes 4 arguments. Then it's check what kind of E values E, N, and R. So E is the OTP that we are typing here, N is the OTP stored here. And what else it does? The length of N should be 60. So we have to check if the length of this is 60. So it's just 60. Then it's saying T dot hash. So it's extracting hash from this encryption. And what else it's meant? It's doing something more like checks, basic error checks. So you can read the function. I'll move ahead. Basically, we have to find out the number of rounds. Let's say we don't know the number of, we have to find out the number of rounds, because we can already type the OTP anything randomly, but our problem is wrong. Though it's actually, we know it's 12 because we saw it in the charity set 12. Let's say we don't know. So what we will do, we'll just move forward. And here there's a function. We got get rounds. It takes a variable E. Remember, E is our OTP. So it says if string type of E is not a string, then throw an error. Otherwise, we have to split the E, okay, by $sign and find out the second value. So split the E by $sign. So when you will split, it will be splitted like this: 2P, then 12, then if there's any other $sign, no other $. So the second value will be 12. So the number of rounds in this is 12. So yes, after finding it out, it's converting it to increase. Now we have everything to find out what like we can, if we have any OTP, let's say 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, we can just convert it back to the hash password. This is saw here. Now the problem is what is the actual OTP? So one way is to use the brute force. Like you can just try to find out all the OTPs of 6 digit. So what you can do, you can just type 6 digit OTP payload like we did in the previous tutorial. So checklist, we can use this one. It is 0.0000000 Okay, now this is raw. So this file is very big because we know there will be 1 billion lines. So you can see it in the raw format like this. What you can do, you can just copy this, okay, and copy all of this, store it in a text file, load it, and then try passing each OTP here. Okay, to this function. So like for any one OTP, we'll get an AS, which will be this thing. Okay, so this thing. So the first one is the brute force. Now, brute force, the ChatGPT said it is not possible to brute force it because we will not be able to brute force in the reverse order. Given this, we will not be able to find out the OTP from this value. But what we can do is we can just guess the random OTP and then try to convert it to this. Okay. So let's say our first OTP is 0000000. So what we'll do, we'll simply check for 0000000. Okay, and we'll try to convert it. Also, let me just show you the length of it. So we can just print it length as we have to use the qualification. So as to be this, okay, and the length of it is 60. Like it was searching it in the variable first 15 OTP. Try to put down. Now, ethical hacking or bug bounty or programming go in hand in hand. So if you have no knowledge of it, please learn it. After what I'll do is I will simply create a file test.txt and paste it here. Okay, now we'll load it. So with open test.txt rs file lines file.readlines. Now what we'll do, this part it and paste it here. Okay, let's just do this. Here we have to use the for loop. So for OTP in line, we will just state to each. We don't need this line, so let me just comment it for this now. So for OTP in lines means if we will take the first OTP and then convert it to S1, then print original, and it's S1. So let's just try to run this program. Okay, so you can see we have converted to first 15 OTPs to this. We can do the same for all of this and check if it's anyways similar to this one. So let's also put a compare function. Okay, so he adds original as this. Okay, so we'll also check that if let's say as the equal to original as, will print a match out. So we'll once again run it and see, it will say there's no match out. How this is a brute force method. It will take a lot of time, but it's still better because we are not sending any request to the server, so it's all happening on your own system. And still we have no 30-minute time limit. You can just do anything. You can just take any amount of time because we have 13 days now to practice. The other method is, which is actually very easy. So we'll just restore our original function here 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'll try to find it, get it as OTP. You can do the brute force, but we are going to use a very simple way now. So what I will do, I'll run this file once again, and test.py, and here for 1 2 3 4 5 6, it's sending me this value. So what I'll do is I'll just copy it, and then I'll go to here, and instead of brute forcing it, what we can do, we can just change the original value here. We'll just replace it with our own value like this, and then I will try to enter with my OTP 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click on verify, and yes, so see, you can see we just got to enter this page, password forward, password change page. So this is how you can just take over any account. Now this encryption, this is valid. This particular video was valid where the OTP was being stored on the front end. In backend case also, you can do same kind of thing in the previous two tutorials. So this is it for this video, guys. If you love this video, leave a like or dislike, subscribe it. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.